Hey guys, it's Rick. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing the April 2024 Paper Pad Pizzazz video using our 4-season 4 paper pad. And just by the way, this paper pad is sold out. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. We're also going to be using some Simon Says stamp products. I'm using the Festive balloon stamp set and dies and soft navy ink and teeny bikini. Apparently teeny bikini is only available in the ink bundle. You're also going to need some vellum. We're going to prep our vellum with our anti-static powder tool. And I'm going to put that in my MISTI. And I am going to stamp my stamp from the Festive Balloon stamp set using the Teeny Bikini and Soft Navy inks. So back to Teeny Bikini. Apparently it's only available in the bundle right now. But I did list Hot Lips, which is very close. It's just a little brighter, in the supply list listed below. So I've stamped those down, and I'm going to take my clear ultrafine or clear gloss regular embossing powder, cover my images, and then I'm going to funnel that embossing powder back in to my container and heat set that with my heat tool. Remember, when you're heat embossing with vellum, you want to be keep the heat embossing tool moving, because if you're not using heat resistant vellum, it could warp. This is a heat resistant vellum. It came from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm going to take my Festive balloons die and cut both of my balloons out, and you're going to be actually cut 6 out. Alright, so I've cut those off screen, put them in my little container. We're going to take our 3 pieces of pattern paper from the 4 Seasons 4 paper pad and cut that down in half to 5.5 by 8.5. And then I'm cutting it in 2 sections of 3 by 5.5. And then the last piece right here, I'm going to cut at 1.25. Those will be for my inside pieces. Now, the 4 Season 4 paper pad is actually sold out, but they do have a new version. It's 4 Seasons 5 pattern paper. So I have linked that also on the blog post. Alright, I've cut my remaining pieces down to 4 by 5.25. And that's going to give me 6 card fronts for my 6 cards. We're making 6 birthday cards, in case you haven't noticed. And if you hang out to the end, I will tell you how you can get a tutorial with all the measurements for free over on my blog. I will tell you how you can do that. Alright, now we're going to take our pattern paper, and I've laid them out. And what you're going to do is you're going to mix and match your patterns. You want to have different patterns to mix together. You could do all the same, but I like to mix them up so that there's a little bit more interest on the cards. I have my inside pieces. I've got my card bases here. We're going to make sure those are nice and flat. I'm only going to show you how to put one of these together today. So I am going to attach my inside piece first, and it's just going to go right up against the edge of my card base on the inside. That way I have plenty of room to write a personal message. I'm going to attach my card front, and I'm just going to attach that. It leaves a 1/4 inch border, or 1/16 inch border, 1/8 inch border, whatever it is. The 3 inch by 5.5 inch piece goes right in the middle. And then I've done the rest of those off screen. This is the last one. And I actually ended up attaching it on backwards, so I had to cut that apart and put it on. So there we go. Now we're going to stamp our sentiments. I'm using those same 2 ink colors, the Teeny Bikini and the Soft Navy. I need 3 of each color. I'm going to stamp the Happy Birthday from the stamp set. And this is probably the stamp that I've been sitting and looking at, trying to figure out where it goes. And I think this is where it goes, so I need to remember that. So I'm just going to cut those off and then add a diagonal to the other side. I've cut all those out together. And I'm going to take and attach my vellum balloons using some Barely Art glue with just little bitty dots of adhesive behind the embossing. I didn't want to have any of the adhesive showing, so it was super easy to put the little tiny dots with the precision glue tip right behind the embossing and put it down. I'm going to put a little weight on it. I'm going to do the rest of those the same way. My nose is running, y'all. So I've got those on, and now I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to pull in the rest of the ones I already have done. I've got some 1mm foam tape from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to cut just the tiniest little piece off of my strip here, so I can attach my sentiment on my cards. And we're just going to go through and cut those down just slightly smaller than the sentiment. You could totally just glue the sentiment down. I decided to give it a little bit of dimension. I think I need to go back and fix my tutorial. Can't remember now if I put it in there. I'll go back and fix it and make sure, because the video link is going to be in there also. So speaking of the tutorial, you can head over to the blog and find the coordinating blog post for this video, and the tutorial will be in that, and you can just download it for free. And you will have all the measurements and step-by-step guide with photos on how to make these 6 cards. So I'm going to finish these off by adding some Stardust stickles to the balloon. I wanted the vellum because it's going to show the colors behind it, so I thought that would be super fun and nice and cheerful for birthday cards. But I wanted to give it a little something, so I've decided to put some glitter on there. The Stardust stickles is great for that. So I'm going to fill in all my little balloons, and that's all I'm filling in is just the balloons. It doesn't take very long, and you don't use a lot. And then you set them to the side and let them dry. So I've actually worked my way through all 6 of them. This is my last one. Here is a look of all 6 cards. Remember to head over to the blog post to get that tutorial. The link is in the video description below, along with all the supplies list. Remember, anytime you use my links, it helps me keep everything going for free, and I will really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Here's the looks at the other cards, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys. Love you. Stay crafty.